guys, it's yet another production with your girl Jolie on Jolie TV Global. It's always one day one trouble. One day one trouble. Well, today I want us to, on my live today, I just want us to take a quick look at the incident that happened at Chrisland School, VGC Lagos, involving a 10-year-old girl with some other kids, all are minors. So I want us to take a look at it and digest on what exactly went wrong, who is to be blamed. Is it me? Is it you? Is it the school? Is it the kids? Bearing in mind that these are, minors, please, I would like to solicit that we should be a little bit kind with our words, because bearing in mind that these are minors. And the number to call me, I left it on my last post. That's the number to get onto the show. Then you can leave your comments. You can leave your comment down below. I will read it out. So please, let's just discuss this quickly and get done with it. I'm not alone today. I'm here with Miss Prayer. She's going to join me to discuss this. I brought her in because she's a mother and I'm a mother. So, and there is nobody who would see, this kind of story or this kind of incident as a mother that will not be so concerned, that will not be troubled. So as a mother, I decided to bring in another mother so that we would because this is too many of similar stories going on in our private schools today. One would expect that if we send our kids off to boarding school or to private school, they should be well protected, they should be well, looked after. But hey, what is going on? So I want to welcome Miss Prayer to the show. Hi, Miss Prayer. We'll expect that, once our kids are in schools like this, it's expected that they should be well monitored. So at this point, I really don't know who to blame. Hi, Miss Prayer. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening. So Miss Prayer, we're just going to go straight to the situation facing us right now. I believe you have seen the story of the 10-year-old girl involved in according to the mother, she said it's rape. Allegedly, she said it's rape. According to the girl, she said she was raped. But the school said it was not rape. And the videos circulating all over the internet. Please, a quick disclaimer. I will appreciate, please, if you are truly a mother who, with feeling, especially the women, if we can at least please save the face of the girl child. If you can please stop sharing. If you have it already, please watch and delete for the sake of the girl child. They are still minors at the end of the day. So, and I believe that somehow some adult has failed in their duties. So we should please save their face. I've already solicited for to some of my colleagues and Facebook friends. Please, if you're posting the face of this girl on your page, it is wrong. It is wrong. She is a minor. I don't know how the system works in Nigeria, but I know if it's abroad, you can be sued for that. Please stop sharing her handle. Please stop sharing her face. And I also want to say thank you to those that I personally spoke to and deleted it. I really appreciate you all. It shows that the love and in you. Thank you so much. So Miss Prayer, let's quickly go into the topic at hand. You have seen the video as a mother. You have heard the story.
Yes.
What do you think
Yes.
went wrong?
Okay. Everybody have his or her own view. Everybody have his or her own different specific understanding.
Yeah.
So, based on my own view, according to the video, as I see it, they are all minors, and Mirage is not the only. She and the person in quotes is not the only people in the room. There are still other students there. They are gisting. So the way they are gisting and she's doing what she's doing, I'm made to understand that to them, they are not really doing bad things. Because to them is a do or dare game or sort of things. Understand?
Yeah.
So to them, they are just trying to fulfill that do or dare game issue. Maybe they dare her to have sex with the boy. So they are doing it as if it's a game show, as in it's not really, they are not seeing it as a bad thing they are doing. They are seeing it as normal thing anybody can do. Understand? That's the way I view it, showing that this mind are mind of children. I didn't see it as rape, in my own view. I see it as they don't really know the extent of what they are doing. That's how I see it.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah. Considering the mother's part of the role the mother played, one coming out to social media to solicit for help. What's your view on that? Because it didn't really go down well with me. But what's your view about that?
My view on that is that she didn't really know her daughter. Understand?
Yeah.
Based on the TikTok video show, the girl was dancing. It's not really giving joy. The girl was like doing whatever pleases her to do. The girl was like living a life, no one is cautioning her. She's like living a free life that she don't even know the outcome of what she's doing. So for my own view, the mom was just saying, but not knowing the other side of what her daughter is actually doing. Understand? So for me, the woman is just a novice of all that her daughter is doing. She don't really know that her daughter has gone up to this extent.
That is to say that there's negligence on her own side as a mother.
Maybe she don't even know that her daughter is in TikTok dancing. She don't even know that her daughter has gone far to be freely having sex with. Because if you watch the video, you see that it's not her first time. Understand? Yes.
Yeah.
So she don't really know her daughter too well. She's not really that type of mother that monitor her daughter to really know what her child is doing. She's just like someone that just is new to her. What is happening? What are they saying about my daughter? So that's how I see her own side of story.
Yes, but
it's not done on her. Yes.
I spoke to some people earlier because some of my friends, when they saw my post, some of them reached out to me and they asked questions. They were like, why would the mother come out first? Why would she come out on the social media to solicit for help and claim that her daughter was raped? That she did not handle the situation right. The parents did not handle the situation right. That rather she escalated the situation. What do you think?
Yes. If I'm her mother,
yeah,
I watched the video very well. Maybe I don't know what my daughter was doing. I don't even know anything. The gist is new. The video is just new. I will just hold myself and run to the school and ask them to tell me more. What happened? How come about this? Understand? I will let them know that I don't want this to come out. But the mother is so very fast to speak out. Understand? I would have run to the school and ask more because the school may know more about the girl than her mother. That's all I can say about it. She should have, the mistake she made was she didn't go to the school first to discuss with them about the issue.
She
before
did.
She come online.
She did. During her interview, she did. She said she went to the school. They were beating about the bush. You know, they weren't going straight to the point. But she did ask when another parent called her and explained what was going on. She did ask the school, but the school wasn't wasn't saying it the way it was. You know, and to her, she believed that coming out was her last option, which a lot of people. There's a comment here by Miss Lillian Ibe, where she said the mother should have checked very well on her daughter before coming to social media. She failed in her role. Yes. I from my own end, I would say she coming on to social media. Miss Prayer, can you take your phone off from loudspeaker? Take it off from there. Just leave it on a normal call.
Okay.
Don't put it on the speaker. It's echoing back to you.
It's not on loudspeaker. I'm just using earpiece.
Oh.
So I can hear you.
Yeah, because I'm hearing myself back. I don't know why.
I'm hearing you. I can hear you well.
Yeah, I can hear you too. It's just that I'm hearing it's echoing back to me.
The same echo is coming from your side too. So it's network.
Okay. All right. So I think the mother escalated the situation by coming on social media.
Yes.
Because one, a lot of us wouldn't have known what actually happened. It would have been within the school, some, you know, friends and parents of the
She should
school.
have done an investigation first. She would have held her peace and go and search for investigations about everything before she opened her mouth and come to social media to escalate it and start seeking for this thing. While in the video, what she's saying and what people are seeing is not
Two different things, yeah.
So it now look like as if, yes, the woman don't even know what is going on. She don't even know about her daughter. She can't even tell the story of her daughter. You understand?
Yeah.
So it looks it's somehow complicated.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yes.
Yeah, her coming out made it even worse than it was supposed to be. Like right now, a lot of people who wouldn't have heard about the story now got interested in knowing the story and trying to see the video. You know. So now, let's look at the school. Chrisland is a well-known school in Lagos. I knew Chrisland way back even when I schooled in Lagos. So I know Chrisland to be a well-known school and a private school at that. So one will expect that if you pay so much money to put a child in a school like that, the child should be well taken care of, in the sense of, you know, monitoring the activities and making sure that things like this, incidences like this would never even ever occur, because it's the last thing the parents will want to hear, that your child you put in a private school is indulged in such a thing. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yes, you know, this in Nigeria we have this mentality of, do you know how much I'm paying? Why should you shout to my daughter? Why should you shout to my child? Why should you beat my child? Understand?
Yeah.
I had a friend that the daughter reported that the teacher was shouting at her, causing her emotional abuse, all those things. She rushed to the school. But later found out that the teacher was just trying to correct her daughter. She had to bounce on her daughter in the midst of the principals and the teachers. Try to stop the rubbish. There are some parents, if you try to correct their daughter or beat their child while doing bad things, it's now turn that the school want to kill your daughter for them. So most of these schools schools, in my own view, are trying to avoid such scenario, trying to correct them, because they will insult you. If you try to correct them, they will report you to their parents. What will you gain? Insults. Understand?
Yeah.
So, in such a way, I heard some teachers may try to help, but because of the insult they will get out of it, they'll hold their peace. I said, okay, continue with your life. All we need is a payment. That's it.
Yeah, but I still don't think that's an excuse. That's an excuse, you know.
It's not only an excuse, but it's happening.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Because this incident, according to information, said it happened on their trip to Dubai. So at that point, it wasn't only just the school. These children were taken out of Nigeria to another place, and they were left alone, unmonitored. You know, they were left alone to take care of themselves, because I don't see any reason why the girl and the boys, I don't know if they all slept together, but for her to be found in boys' room and all this happened and nobody knew what happened, none of the people that took them. If you take children out on an excursion like this, I believe that they should be watched from the very moment they are handed over to you to the very moment you return them back to their respective homes. I believe that they should be monitored carefully, you know, monitored, especially if it's a missed school. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Teachers are human beings like me and you.
Agree.
Maybe after their programs in the daytime, this may happen in the night. Teachers may go into their hotel room to go and sleep. This girl may have come out from her own room to go and meet the boys in their room. Because if you watch the video close, you see that they're only boys that are there. Videoing them, they are gisting, she's doing what she's doing. So teachers may have been asleep. And watching at the girl, you know that even there's something this lady, Whiskey Baby Mama said. She said that her own child was there. She accompanied her to the Dubai trip. Then it's her child that told her that, Mom, you see the video that's going on. She went straight to the girl to correct her. The girl said that, and so what? Who is she to correct her, to tell her she knows what she's doing? Who is she to tell her what she did is wrong or what? So the girl is wild on her own. The teachers may have been asleep. This girl opened her own door and knocked to the room and entered there to do what she did. Without the consent of the teacher, they may be asleep. Understand? So let's check it in the other way around. You understand? The teachers may have been sleeping, the girl opened her door and go to the boys' room and practice such things. So if we blame the girl, the teachers, we still have to take a blame on the girl too, because she's acting as if she's matured already.
Yeah, but you know, in a situation like this,
24 likes on TikTok.
you know, the girl in a situation like this, because of her age, you know, under the law, she's going to be less blamed because of her age as a minor, bearing in mind that she is 10 years old. So, you know, under the law, you know, we believe that she was at a point, a lot of, you know, some people would have failed in their duties. They really don't, you know, she has, of course, from her actions, because one, I was even surprised that at the age 10, she was not a virgin. I was so surprised on that one, yeah. Because at age 10, she's still a baby. She's still a baby.
She's a baby.
She's not even a teenager. So at age 10, you can see that's why, you know, I'm trying so hard not to blame her that much because of her age. Because the parents are there. The school, they were there when all this, you know, it was happening up till this point, you know, and nobody knew what was happening until this video, because it didn't even look like that was the first time to me. With the boys, it didn't look like that was the first time.
There's something I wrote on my wall. The aspect of all these things is giving children access to Android phones. Understand?
Yeah.
Without proper monitoring on what they are doing with it, on how they are handling it. So some parents just buy Android phone and give their children, let them stop disturbing me. Okay, they can play with it, they can use it and play game. And when I call, I hear from them. Understand, with that motion. But not knowing that the world is all this bad. Children are being exposed to rubbish they are not meant to see. Understand? So all these boils down to the phone they gave to her, that she was able to have a page in TikTok and be displaying all those that show. I don't know whether you have watched those ones.
I've been able to view, to be honest with you, I viewed her page, but I really didn't see anything.
And people are liking the page. People are mothers, parents are liking the page of such little girl without cautioning her. She will dance, they'll be liking. Going to her page now is not a fun thing. So the girl has been entertaining people all this while. Without, maybe her parents don't know, or they know that their child has been doing this, but she starts putting an eye to it. So the girl is really behaving out of her age. Understand?
Above her age, yeah.
Children that, yes, that have this puberty look, they will be bigger than their age, they will think more than their age, all those things. So I think that she's of that type. So,
or would you say it's peer pressure?
Sorry?
Would you say it's peer pressure? You know, trying to be like other kids or try to be like other people of her age.
Yes, of her age, because they watch TikToks, they left the phone for her. So she watch anything she can watch. They may be watching cross. She may learn all these things from social media. Understand? So I don't even really blame the girl. I deploy the blame to her parents. Why? Understand?
Yeah.
I don't really blame this child. She's a child.
Yeah.
She's a baby.
I agree with you.
I still call my 10 years old child my baby. You still answer baby in the house. That girl is a baby. She don't really know the negative side of what she's doing to herself. She don't know. So I have so much pity on the child. What I'm lamenting is on parents to look back, to come back and be checking on their children.
Yeah.
Don't
It
leave
is
them all.
not enough.
Yes,
For me, it is not enough that you put your child in the most expensive school, buy the most expensive toy, buy the most expensive phone, buy the most expensive clothes, give them the most expensive luxury that you can afford and fly them anywhere in the world. It is not enough, because after all that, if your child comes back a failure, you know, you now notice that all you have done was just total waste. Because if this child at the age of 10 has started watching stuff like this, that means that they're at a point in her home, you know, the parents would have failed in their duty. I know sometimes I find it, Miss Prayer, I find it difficult to also just leave try to blame some parents, some children. They really come from a very well, disciplined homes, and when they leave their home, they are something else. You understand? So the society also, contributes in molding them. Look at the social media today. Nobody will listen to what both of us are discussing, because in issues like this we have discussed it time and time without number. I've discussed, nobody will listen. But if we are here now taking off our clothes and shaking up whatever they, on our body, you will see more than 1 million views. The world has painted, moral differently from immoral. The way we are embracing the immoral part of life is affecting our children.
Yeah.
Because there is no mother that I saw that video. My friend called me. She saw the video. She said, babe, I've been crying since I saw that video. She said, babe, I've been crying.
I cried.
No mother will see that video, especially for a girl child of that age. If she was 18, 19, 20, well, that's okay. Probably she's trying to experiment. She's trying to experiment. Even 18, 19, 20, you will still cry as a mother. But no, at that point, we say, okay, maybe she's trying to experiment. But a 10-year-old child, I don't even know how to weigh it. I don't know how to weigh it. I don't know how to accept it. I don't know how to think it is okay. So another thing too, because I've always liked to ask my guests on this topic. I said, at what age, as a mother now, at what age do you think we should discuss sex with our children? Because it seems they know more than we do now.
For me, discussing sex, the age to discuss sex with children, before, you said, okay, let that, like us, during our own time, our mothers, our aunties, anytime we start seeing a menstruation, they will now come and start teaching us about sex, don't do this, don't do that, understand? But due to the way the world has turned upside down, we now start at even 2 years, a year, and start telling a child, 2-3 years, let the child know about her private part that is different from the boy's own. And let her know, yeah, she used to wee-wee, nobody should touch it. Teach a girl child as so early as 3 years. Immediately she can speak, she can talk. Start telling her about it, so that if anybody touches it, she'll tell you, mommy, auntie touched my pee-pee, or uncle touches my pee-pee. Understand? Let her know that it's private. That's why it's called private parts. From that tender age, for example, I know when at 8 or 7, I call my daughter trying to tell her, lecture her about it and all those things. So I was so surprised. She was playing with her younger ones. She was telling them, mommy, I've learned bad things. She's telling me that nobody should touch my pee-pee. Who is teaching mommy about pee-pee? And my auntie even told us in school that nobody should touch her pee-pee, all those things. I was happy to hear that the auntie did them in school. And she was referring to me that I've learned bad things. Understand?
Yeah.
Understand? So as early as we can grab them, the world has turned into another thing. There are perverts everywhere.
There are pedophiles everywhere.
The case of rape is so much. Understand? So we don't need to hide it again for them. We need to open up, let them know the parts of their body, their breast, their private part is private. Nobody should be allowed to touch it. They used to sing this song at home for me. If you touch my private parts, I will tell my mommy. So let them have that consciousness in them that is private. It's only meant for them to protect. So that's it. You have to start as early as, due to what the world has turned to be. You understand?
Yeah.
So I advise, let parents start as early as teaching children. Don't relent. Like I bought dictionary for my daughter. She's in JS3. She said, no, mom, I need a phone. This dictionary, before you go through it, is difficult. I said, you must pass through dictionary. It's when you enter university, you can use phone and laptop. We started with this, you must pass through this, you must use dictionary. I will not allow you to touch my phone. And that stands it. Understand? She said that others are calling her wake. I said, you are waking. Just be waking for yourself, for your mother. Let other parents sit up. Yeah. Don't let them go through that easy way. It's not really easy. For them to know, for them to understand that.
Let's even say let kids be kids. The parents should let kids be kids. Let kids be kids.
Yes, let kids be kids.
Yeah.
I wrote that there's desktop that are meant for teaching in school, computer rooms for children to learn and to read their textbooks. So I don't know why they should carry phone along the school for them to check dictionary and all those things. It doesn't let them be boys and you're making them lazy. You can buy it. You can buy a toy phone for them too. Let them hear you when you call them. Understand? They don't want to expose them to all these androids on social medias and other things. People are there to corrupt them. Their mates are there to corrupt them. Yes, their peers. So parents should just sit back and remember then, when we are growing up, are you growing with phone? Do you know what phone, laptop, or these things are all about? But you made a good grade in school.
Yeah.
So let's try to think back. Yes, let's try to reason back. Even though them phone doesn't make them to know that you love them so much, there are other ways to show them that you love them.
Yeah.
That's my own view.
Thank you so much, Miss Prayer. You know, you have said so much already on this topic. And even if you watch me, I'm just dumbfounded. I really don't know what, because the more you think about it, the more you are so scared of your girls. You are so scared of leaving them to the, because
it's an eye-opener to some parents.
as I'm telling you, my friends were calling, they were like, oh babe, it be like say I go buy camera, put for here. But if you put camera all over your house, what about when they leave your home? What happens? Because, you know, when discussing with one of my friends today.
That's why I'm father at the beginning.
Yeah, discussing with one of my friends today. We now, you know, we took our discussion down to memory lane. And we remember that even during our time, to be honest with you, Miss Prayer, during our time, there was something like this. We could remember, because I was discussing with my friend, we're like, do you remember this? I remember it happens, but, you know, I think it was just coded, or more because if we wouldn't have known if they weren't recorded, you know. Because I remember during our time, yes, then you see some seniors come and pick some girls and up they leave. What did they do? It's not like they're going there to play ten-tenner. You understand? It's true. So we could remember then that these things happens in school. What we are saying in essence is that, please, parents, like I used to say in all my videos, be open to your children. Have conversation with your children.
Okay.
Know what is going on in their life.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me. Hello? So have proper conversation with your children. Educate them on what life is all about. Talk to them like, you know, like your friends. Let them know, so that when they go outside your home and there is a contrary teaching to what you have taught them, they will be able to compare and pick which is better for them. Talk to them about peer pressure. They don't have to be like others. There is time for everything. You don't have to jump the step. You understand? So the time has come for parents, especially the mothers. Especially the mothers. I always, you know, narrow my discussion to the mothers, especially the mothers. I'm a mother and I know how difficult it is. I'm not saying, hey, that it's easy. It's the most difficult job. Being a mother is the most difficult job, because it entails things like this. Be in their business. They might call it nosy, because my kids will say, Mommy, you're too nosy. Yes, I would like to be in your business, know what you're doing. I'm not saying I'm going to be 100% accurate. At least let me go halfway. What I'm saying is that, you know, be in the business of your children. They might call it being nosy. Yes, at this point we have to be nosy as mothers.
Yes.
Especially with the girl child. I'm not saying the boys, you know, a lot of people, you know, when during the post, they were like, the boys, it seems that the boys were the one raped. But the girl child, nobody is posting the boy.
Girl child.
Have you noticed that nobody is posting the boys?
That's that gender equality we should look into.
Exactly.
As you're teaching the girls, we'll be teaching the boys.
Exactly.
As you're teaching the girls about menstruation, once your son is about the age of 11 to 12, let him know of girls' menstruation to respect it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes. That's what you teach. Sometimes when I see children, all those things, there was a time we advocated for parks in schools and all those. I was teaching the girl child. I was still telling those the boy's child, that you seen a stain on a girl's clothes, don't laugh at her. there is something about girls you call menstruation. And if you touch 10 or so period, they will be pregnant. Do you want to disgrace your parents? Do you want to have a child at young age? They are not scared. Sometimes they don't even know about it. They see things. You see them speaking, talking.
And another thing I wanted to say is that if this child at this wasn't caught now, you know she could get pregnant, because it's very obvious she wasn't using any protection. She could get pregnant, and the parents would not know, because they still believe that they have a 10-year-old child who don't know nothing. You understand?
Who doesn't know anything?
Exactly.
Yes.
Not just being pregnant. What about disease?
There are some pictures of her wearing skimpy clothes, putting on a local bead on her waist. I was asking myself, where is her mother? Is it not at home that she wore this thing and snapped these pictures? Understand?
No, like you said,
okay.
like you said, we can't. I know we can't always follow them, 24 hours of the day, monitor.
Yes.
Sometimes they go into their room, they hide, they do stuff that you don't know. But the only way out is, keep monitoring them. Make them your friend. Let them see reasons for what they are doing. Because if they don't see reasons for what they will keep doing it. If you don't, this thing you're doing, people will look at you like this. People will think you are a street girl. People will think you are a ghetto kid. If you just keep telling them, talk to them like friends. Because let me tell you, if they don't do it in your presence, they will do it out. Because the pressure, when they get out of your home, there are other kids that do that. So they want to try it. So you need to let them know, because this child is doing this does not mean you have to do it. This is why I don't want you to do this, and this is why I want you to follow this path. Proper conversation.
Exactly.
No, if you beat too much, they will still do it. They will still go out. Because I remember those days. Now we have friends that will, I don't know, you do your own time, I don't know, but I remember those days. I had girls that would put clothes in their bag and they would come to school and they would jump the fence and yes. And they will change and go to wherever they want to go and come back. The only thing that baffles me is that this one is a private school now, and it's happening in a private school. I never thought it's possible. You understand? We look at private school to be more disciplined. Teachers are watching them. Their eyes are even exactly. But the private schools these days seem to be nonchalant about issues like this. Because if you look at now, it's even more with those in boarding schools than those that, boarding schools used to be a place of discipline. But these days, I don't know, it has turned to something else. I won't even advise anybody to put their child in a boarding school anymore. It's better they come back home and you see what they are doing by yourself. And you are able to, watch and curtail what they are doing, than leave them by themselves. Because they are not being watched anymore from what we are seeing right now.
Yes.
They are not being watched.
They are not being watched because, especially these expensive private schools.
Exactly.
For example, someone was giving an instance, like, check out all these Catholic schools. I have my neighbor that all has children are in these Catholic schools, CKCs, ONECHA, all those things. They are doing pretty well. When they come back, they still behave normal, respectful. Understand? So I still hold on to some Catholic schools. I don't know about other ones because none of my kids are in boarding school anyway. But those that I know that start from all these Catholic schools, federal government schools, and all those things, I still see them doing well. So I don't know whether it's because of the amount of money parents are paying and give some restrictions. Please, I want my daughter, I want my son to be happy, to feel relaxed. After all, look at the amount I'm paying. I think.
And they don't want to lose the money, because once they caution the child so much and the parents withdraws the child from it, they will lose the money.
They'll call their parents.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they don't want to lose the money too.
That my neighbor used to call her children once a week, every Sunday or every Saturday. Their guardians will call their mother. Okay, father, speak with your child. Oh. After speaking, they'll collect that Pocono phone from them. Their guardians will collect it from them and keep. That's that Catholic school for you. So I don't know.
And you know too, most parents give these phones to the children to monitor their their well-being, to monitor their well-being. It's just that these days, they unfortunately you can't always know what they are watching, because some of them they are not even supposed to be there, like Instagram and TikTok. Their age range for it, but they can forge their age. Look at the last post I made of the young boy that went to the hotel. 15-year-old boy went to the hotel to pay. Yes, to God. What is he going there to do, for goodness sake? But the thing is that what will give him the mind? Because these kids, they have I don't know, they are so hard.
They have morale.
Exactly. So during our own time, who born you come near that kind of thing? Naila. You wouldn't even think about it. You wouldn't even think about it. But these children walked into the hotel boldly with their girlfriends, to go and do what? 50 years old. And that's why we are having a lot of, whatever the ritual, whatever they are doing, deleting a lot of girls now, because the moral these days is zero.
Have you seen them taking shisha?
What's shisha?
All this cigarette, this and that smoky, this and they used to smoke.
Oh, like the pipe, wherever the vaping. Is that vaping?
Yes, thank you.
Oh.
So to them, oh my God, it's nothing to them again. No fear, no respect. And some parents, I don't know whether they're afraid to talk to their children, or to beat their children, or to correct their children. So I don't know.
No, I think the society has done a lot of damage, both to the parents, both to the children. It's like you can't beat them, just join them.
I advise parents now, if you are giving phone to your child, why not give them this Nokia 3310? I'm just giving an example. To receive an answer call. Yes. If you really want to hear from them, you're missing them so much, give them such phone. Why exposing your child to rubbish unknowingly? Let me use it unknowingly.
It's, I don't know. Well, thank you so much, Miss Prayer. I think this is where we're going to call it our end for today. But what would be your last advice to parents, to the school, and lastly to the children involved?
Okay. To parents, I'll say that try as much as possible, because the Bible says, spare the rod and spoil the child.
Exactly.
Charity begins at home. Child upbringing begins at home. Once you cannot correct your child, don't expect an outsider to correct your child of it. Yeah. Try to lay a foundation for your child to move on with. Understand? So, for schools, there are some certain things I know that some parents may restrict to. Don't beat my child with. Try to be in those parents' shoes. If your child is seen misbehaving that way, how will you feel? Understand? Anything you can do to your own child, do to other people's children that is under your care. Let's avoid eye service taken care of. So, and to children, should try to listen to their teachers. Your parents are not only those that give birth to you. Anybody that's taking care of you that is older than you is your parents. Understand? That's my own little advice I can give. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Miss Prayer, for being with me on my production today. I'm so grateful to have you. I just have a last advice, as usual, to mothers. I like to narrow my advice to mothers. Mothers, please, it is time we wake up and take care of our children. It is our responsibility.
Yes.
I'm taking the fathers out now, because let's assume they are so busy looking for the money. Please, it is our responsibility to take care of these God's given gift given to us to take care of and return back to God. It is not time for us to give them the best things of life and forgetting the main reason for existence. Train them, talk to them, let them be your friends. Monitor what they are doing. If your child is not matured enough to be in a boarding school, That child has no business in a boarding school. Please ask questions before putting your child in any school. Don't go ask the school authority. Ask the kids in that school, because these kids see these things even more than the teachers and the school authority. Ask.
Yes.
Do your review. Ask very well. No matter how the school looks big and looks okay, the children in that school will tell you what is actually going on in that school. Ask before you put your child.
Yes.
Don't waste your money training your child. Don't waste your money training your child, and your child comes back to you worse than he or she ought to be.
Yes.
You have wasted your money, you have wasted your time, and the product that was returned back to you is of no value. Then what is the essence? Please, mothers, it is our duty to take care of these children, to educate them, let them know the reality of life. If they are facing peer pressure, let them have the freedom or the ease, to communicate with you. Monitor, be their if your child has to be on social media, then let the child add you up, so that at least you can see what he or she posts. You understand? Monitor them, because if I'm not going to sit here and say cut them off from social media, I'm one of those parents that say cut them off. But these children have a way of opening several accounts that you don't know.
Yes.
If you block them here, they go here. Do you know, until today, I didn't even know that there was where her page is linked to. I don't even know what it was. It's today that I knew that there was an app like that. I didn't know.
Okay.
It was because of this incident that she can leave that from her name even. Because all those things I know, they are the what hits their fantasy to bear names like that. Let them know. It's not an easy journey. I'm not saying I'm a mother. I'm telling you, it's not an easy journey to discuss this type of things and follow them, but we have to, because we can't lose them, especially at this age, 10 years old. So since they seem they have known, if they start early now to do stuff, let's backdate the age, like my Miss Prayer said, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Start teaching them, let them know, so that they'll be conscious. Not excluding the boys. The boys should be because at the end of the day, it's only the girl's face that is being shown to the world. What about the boys?
Yes.
There were 4 boys or 3 boys in that video, but we only know the face of the girl. Please, let's protect the girl child. That's all I'm going to say on this, my production. And for the school, to be honest with you, I'm quite disappointed in them. No matter what they say, no matter how innocent they claim, I'm quite disappointed with them. At the end of the day, after paying a lot of money, it's nothing to write home about, because incidences have happened and they get away with it. Look at the situation with Sylvester. Look at the situation with Don
Deeper Life.
Yes, Don. I read. Look, exactly. So, if things like this will happen, even the girl in Premier Academy, if things like this will happen, and at the end of the day, nobody was punished, they will continue to happen. They will continue to happen. Yes. After all, they will make the noise. It's only 1 week, 2 after 1 week. The second week, it's all forgotten, everything under the carpet, and that is it. Yeah, they will continue to do it. So please, I'm also soliciting to, those in authority to please look into our private schools. Caution them, because in the past they try to sanction what they do. Try to find out, do they have CCTV? Do they have this? Do they have this? Do they have masters? Do they have even those girls left alone in their room is wrong. There should have been a teacher in their room sleeping with them. To be honest with you,
yes,
they shouldn't have been left alone. So what if they were alone and somebody walked in and injures them? What would you say to their parent? So there should have been a teacher, a female teacher, sleeping with the girls, and a male teacher with the boys. Because if there were proper plans like this wouldn't have occurred unknown. This wouldn't have occurred at all.
You're very right about this.
Yeah, so guys, this is where we'll end it on today's production. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to get the message, and please, the message, get the message and take care of the girl child. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you so much, and as I see you in my next production, adios. Thank you so much, Miss Prayer.
Thank you so much, Jolly.